1000万 MLB 翻訳侍戦士チャンネルへようこそ。ドジャースとダイヤモンドバックスの激戦をお届けします。大谷、レッツ、フリーマンの開幕3連続ホームラン、両チームの攻防戦、そしてエドマンの決定打と見どころ満載の試合となりました。今回はこちらを詳しく解説している番組をご紹介いたします。ご感想などありましたらぜひコメント欄までお願いします。この動画が面白いと思っていただけましたら高評価、チャンネル登録をお願いします。ぜひ最後までご覧ください。
Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers. I'm John Hartung alongside Nomar Garcia-Parra, Adrian Gonzalez. Back-to-back wins for the Dodgers in the desert to start this four-game series against the Diamondbacks. And it's back-to-back really wild games that we've seen at Chase Field. A historic start for the Dodgers in this game because they started the game with home runs by Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and then Freddie Freeman. Arizona answers with 4 in the first, and it was seesawing back and forth. 6-6 game. Ben Kasparius, Major League debut, works a 1-2-3 and he gets a major league win in his debut, and then Tommy Edman has his first Dodger moment.
A lot going on there, John.
I could have kept going. There's a lot to unpack from this game.
You know, when you look at they jump out ahead early on, that was great to see. And then Gavin Stone just maybe struggled in that first inning. But I'll tell you what, you got to give a lot of credit to Gavin Stone because he settled down after that first inning and only allowed 1 run after that for 4 more innings, which is really surprising. He came out after that with only 84 pitches. So that's kind of a head scratcher when you know that you don't have many people in your bullpen. Nonetheless, he did a tremendous job. Honeywell did the job. Kasparius did the job as well. And the Dodger offense, up and down the line, I love every spot in the lineup, ended up getting a base hit.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just an incredible job again from the offense, but it all started with the back-to-back way to start the game there with Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman. What a way to get the game going right there, putting pressure on the D-backs and Merrill Kelly, and they never looked back. They continued to put pressure on offense. Gavin Stone did give up a few runs in the first inning, but then he settled in nicely, and the bullpen did a great job. It was an incredible game, way to tie the series, at least with this W, and looking for a series win tomorrow.
All right, and Tommy Edman has not been a Dodger for very long, but boy, he had a huge impact tonight. That 2-out, 2-strike, 2-run single to break the tie in the 9th inning. Right now, he's standing by with Kirsten Watson. It was Tommy Edman. He came off the bench in this game. He didn't start. It was Kevin Kiermaier to start in center, but Edman comes into the game, and he made a big impact all night long. He made a diving catch there in center field, Adrian, a couple of hits, stole a base, and, of course, he had the 2-run single there in the 9th.
Huge impact. Great night offensively. The first hit from the right side was a big hit to get the team going there, and then the big 2-out, 2 RBI knock there to put him ahead 8-6. That was a huge at bat against a very tough pitcher, and a very tough pitch, a great split from the pitcher there. He's able to stay through it and be able to put it right in between the second baseman and the right fielder. Just a great approach, and that's what professional hitters do right there. They stay on pitches like that, and they're able to find the way to come through in the big moments. And like you said, John, that diving play in center field was huge as well.
Yeah, I mean, when he came in, and then you look in the 8th inning, he led off with the single, and then he gets a stolen base, so he gets himself into scoring position. The only thing, he gets thrown out at third because that pitcher made a nice play on that one. There he was thinking he was going to be moved over, but nonetheless, still made an impact there, made the impact on defense, and that was a huge clutch hit, especially when a guy's throwing over 100 miles an hour. You're looking for that fastball, and then you get that split finger at 91 down, and you're still able to keep the barrel on the ball. Really impressive.
Well, for anyone out there who was late watching this game and they missed the first inning, Nomar, they missed some history to start the game by the Dodgers, and even the Diamondbacks, what they did in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, you got Shohei Ohtani. Are you not entertained? Goes deep right from the beginning. You're wondering, okay, how about a home run, stolen base? Well, he started off with a home run to center field. What's even mind-boggling, too, is he knew that ball was going out, and that was the deepest part of the field. And then you got Mookie Betts right after that. The next pitch, he just takes a breaking ball, and he hits it, and Freddie Freeman wasn't going to waste any time. It's good to see Freddie Freeman back in the lineup there. And, man, he drove that. He got that ball wet over there. It ended up landing in the pool, kind of bouncing in the pool. And then D-backs, you know, they're going to bat them. They come right back.
Yeah, they come right back. Corbin Carroll hits this ball to center field. Kevin Kiermaier tries to make a spectacular play. Fortunately, it bounces off the concrete, so it gets pretty far away from him. Carroll able to go around the bases, and then the D-backs continue to put pressure. This is a play that kind of just got a little bit away from Teoscar, and the D-backs were able to score a run there. You got a sac fly from Eugenio Suarez there to tie it up, and before you know it, it's a tie game.
7 runs in the first inning alone. We thought we were in for another one of those wild games, and sure enough, true to form. But the Dodgers come out on top for the second straight night, 8-6. Let's head back to the booth in Arizona. Check in one final time with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser.
Boy, last night's game, one of the best wins of the year. This was one of the best games of the year, though, and it happened to be a win as well.
The last night was kind of ugly win.
Right.
Tonight was a very special win. A lot of components, and you started off with the 3 home runs at the beginning, and you end it with a couple of young fellas out there trying to get it done and do get it done. Ben Kasparius, oh my God, first W, 3 up, 3 down. All he could do is fill the strike zone.
Tomorrow, it's going to be game 3 of this series. Dodgers had a chance coming into this weekend to really kind of put the Diamondbacks in their place. Diamondbacks had a chance to completely shift the division, and the Dodgers now lead by 6 games after winning the first 2.
The Dodgers are probably thinking about sweeping now and really giving some distance, you know. There's been some bad news with Kershaw's toe. There's been some good news with guys getting healthy like Freddie Freeman and hitting home runs. There's a lot of good things going on. But if you can extend that lead, that will give you some padding. They've played the emotional games. They've been kind of battle-tested. Finish off 2 more and have a little soft time.
It'll be Justin Wroblewski recalled from AAA to make the start tomorrow. We'll be back with you on Monday. Tomorrow's game on Roku.
All right, we had a chance to catch our breath. Why don't we get into the highlights after another long one, an exciting one at Chase Field. And we love the final score. Dodgers 8-6 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's go back to Chase Field. Dave Roberts right now with Kirsten and the media.
Dave, just when you look at this win today and kind of how you guys were able to pull it together, how would you describe just this one?
I think tonight was, man, what lot going on, a lot to unpack. A lot of grit, fight from both teams. And, you know, those guys gave us all we could handle. We had no one else left behind Evan tonight. And just contributions from everyone. And, you know, Gavin gave us everything he had, and he was tapped out. And then Honeywell comes up from the minors, and we just got him back. And, you know, so he gave us all he had for 2 innings. And then you go to Ben Kasparius, who makes his major league debut in the 8th inning in a packed house and in a pennant race. And so he rose to the occasion and found a way to get his first major league win. And then Evan, you know, going 3 out of 4 and, you know, knowing no one's behind him. And then also offensive, we just had a lot of big hits.
You guys, I know Tommy Edman was someone of interest for a long time, but when you sign him and you get to go for the trade, did you kind of envision just moments like this in which he could come in the clutch for this team?
We did. You know, he's a baseball player, high acumen, high IQ. There's bat to ball, doesn't punch much, and he's a switch hitter. And so you just figure that even with Martinez, with stuff like that, he's going to give himself a chance to put the ball in play. And got a split kind of low bottom of the zone and was able to get it out there for a knock and a big hit.
Was that first inning, just obviously considering how it started and obviously to give it up before you guys even recorded now?
Yeah, it was, you know, you're on a high, you feel good, and 3 homers in a row, and then you go back and don't make a couple plays in the field, and you know, Gavin wasn't sharp early, and you give up the lead, and then so at that point in time, Gavin just got a bow his neck, which he did, and again, it's just the fight of the guys to give up the lead and to not quit and to keep fighting, knowing what we had available in the pen, that we're going to need to score runs tonight, and that's just what they did.
You talked about, you know, being in a tight race can make a team better. Have these last 2 nights kind of epitomized that, where you just have to find ways to pull out these games even when things go sideways?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the game, you know, you got to play 27 outs on both sides of the baseball, both innings, and it's bringing out the best in us. I think that there's certainly things on the micro that we got to clean up, some defense. You know, there's a base running play in there, but, you know, overall, the way we're competing and we're winning pitches, you know, the compete, that's fun to watch.
7th and 8th inning, you let opportunities get away. Were you starting to have dark nightmares about extra innings?
Yes, I was. You know, it's one of those things where it's just, I wasn't concerned about the coverage until the 9th, but you know, at some point you just got to have your chips all in, and if it was a tied game or, Ben was going to continue to go out there. So I felt, we could prolong the game, extend it. But there's a point, contemplating, should he take the ninth, because you have no one behind Evan. So you have to, bet and believe in your players, and Evan did a great job.
When you talk about Stone being tapped out, is that because I don't think he's gone over 90 pitches this month? The pitch count, or just kind of the way that game played out and the intensity?
I think a combo of everything. I think that it's his first season, kind of the workload that he's had this year, physically and mentally, and his stuff today wasn't as crisp as it has been. Then you layer in the stressful innings, the pitch count. I wanted to give those guys a different look, and so I don't think he had anything left in the tank tonight.
Dave, if you zoom out a little, do you see any parallels with how this game and this series really is kind of parallel with the NL West race as a whole?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of familiarity. So there's no kind of awe factor from any of these teams that we play in our division. So that we know each other's tendencies, and it's just a brawl. It really is. All these teams that we play within the division, it's an all-out brawl. You can see Torrey managing it like a postseason game in the sense of leverage guys in a down game, and matching up as best they can. So it was kind of indicative, certainly, of a division race playoff environment.
今回の動画はいかがでしたか？ぜひご意見ご感想をコメント欄までお願いいたします。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーの最新情報など海外の番組の翻訳をお届けしています。面白いと思っていただけましたら、よかったら高評価とチャンネル登録をお願いします。どんな情報をお届けしたら喜んでいただけるか、ぜひお聞かせください。それではまた次回の動画でお会いいたしましょう。